Hi, my name is Brandon, and in this video, I'll be explaining the DC probate process. But before we get into the actual process, let me define a couple words for you. First, let's define the word probate. Probate is the process of filing a will with a court, establishing the validity of a will, and distributing the assets that are found within an estate. So what is an estate? It's everything a person owned by themselves right before passing away. This can include things like real estate, life insurance, bank accounts, and even personal belongings. Now on to the actual process. During the DC probate process, there are 5 steps. These steps are choosing the right probate administration, filing the deceased person's will and obtaining the letters of administration, determining the value of assets, paying the deceased person's debts and taxes, and distributing the remaining assets. Let's look further into the different probate administrations in DC. There are 3 different administrations to choose from: the unsupervised, supervised, and small estate administration. The unsupervised administration is the most commonly used administration. If there are no disagreements about the will and assets, then this is the right administration for you. The supervised administration is used for complicated estates and when there are concerns about the will or assets. This administration is also used when more court involvement is needed to settle any disagreements. The last option is the small estate administration. This type of administration is used when the assets inside an estate are valued below $40,000. Now let's look at the second step in the process: filing the will and obtaining letters of administration. In this step, the will is filed and an executor will be appointed by the court. The executor manages and distributes the deceased person's assets. To distribute assets and have access to private accounts, the executor will need to obtain letters of administration from the court. Step 3. The value of all assets will need to be determined. A list of these assets will need to be made within 3 months of the probate process. Large assets like real estate will need to be appraised. Step 4. Paying debts and taxes. The executor must pay down all debts with money from the estate and file taxes for the deceased person. And the last step is distributing the remaining assets. After debts and taxes are paid, the executor must distribute all remaining assets based on the instructions found in the deceased person's will. I hope I made the DC probate process easier for you to understand. If you would like more in-depth look at the DC probate process, click on the link in the description box below and read our article, What to Do When You Inherit a House.